Yeah. man, we gonna have to talk about this, man. You got MJF, man. This is probably the most predictable thing that was on wrestling. Um, Let me say what's up with the chat real quick, man. Shout out my man Gregory in the building, new generation, J Mess. I seen that message. You said something about me being on crack, man. Come on, man. Oh man, MJF wins the title. I mean, it was predictable, man. It was a few things that. Oh, hold on, he about to cut a promo. Let's see what MJF gonna say, man. We got official Ray in the building. Young Balls, Jordy. Cack, what's up, man? Deck in the building. Des Morris in the building. Let's see what MJF talking about, man.
When they said you were going to be an AEW world champion, I laughed.
Come on,
But after wrestling you, it seems very apparent they're right.
MJF cuts a babyface promo at the end.
Bandito, as much as it pains me to admit this, you're going to be a world champion one day.
MJF,
Wrestling. Which
it has to be some type of switch up, bro. Y'all watching this?
I have to do this.
All right, so he attacks Bandito at the end. Thank God, bro, because y'all was about to get mad at me, dog. If he attacks Bandito, that's all right. At least we need Hill MJF, bro. Oh, he's about to unmask Bandito. If he does this could save a night that was. If he unmasked Bandito, bro. Oh nah. Brody King stops him, which makes sense, you know what I mean? If MJF would have unmasked Bandito, that would have been fire, y'all. Yo, what's up, man? Jermaine in the building, Tony in the building. That's what MJF is. That would have been crazy, man. I want to see Brodito. What if Brodito started beating Bandito up, then he unmasked him himself? Brodito start becoming MJF bodyguard. That would have been fire, man. I think that would have been fire to end it off, but then again, that's just fantasy booking, man. It was a cool episode of Dynamite, man. I do got a few things I wanted to see, but yo, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out that boy Darby Allin, bro. Shout out Darby Allin. Bobby Basu, you the next challenger. That's fine. Fearfully Classic in the building. Crazy Cool in the building. Yo, shout out Darby Allin. Darby Allin really saved the show tonight for me. You had a few solid moments. Now, I'm going to tell you what saved the show, and I'm going to tell you the best thing about the show, which is Darby Allin and Pac to start the night off. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to wait until my AEW people really start filing in, because I do have one question that I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to be real. If everything was fire, if everything was over the top, I'm going to be real. I'm going to say, yo, AEW, Cook, Tony Khan, Cook. You know what I mean? We got the Rascals coming into AEW. I think that's cool. Of course, the wrestling was cool. But there is one thing with the storytelling that we're going to get to after I address Darby Allin and Pac. First, Darby Allin and Pac, man. Thank God we have somebody like Darby Allin. Even though this spot was a little bit, I don't want to say cringe. This spot is crazy. It's no other way to explain this. Him doing a belly to belly on that side of the steps. Darby Allin, dog. Pac was trying to break this man back in front of the world, dog. It still didn't work. Darby Allin puts the chair on his ankle, does the casket drop on his ankle, put him in a scorpion deathlock. Is it over for Darby Allin and the Death Riders, man? Is it over? Pac taps out. Man. To be honest, dog, I ain't gonna lie. I like the booking of this match so much because now I feel like we could wipe our hands. Now, Darby Allin could finally move on. It would have been cool to see the Death Riders come through and beat Darby Allin up again, but what are we going to get next? Revolution, another Death Riders and Darby Allin situation? It's 2026. It's time to move on. He beat everybody from the Death Riders. It's nothing else to do. This was a fire match, fire storytelling, fire way to end it off, fire way to make Pac tap out, still look strong, not look weak, fire way to make Darby Allin look strong. I have no complaints about that, man. Dolly was throwing up the stars. Death Riders feud is yo, Deck, it needs to be over. My man Ray in the building. You could throw Darby Allin off the very, very top of the stage. You could throw Darby, yo Ray, you could throw Darby Allin off the top of the stadium. He's coming back fighting, man. Sir Smoke a lot in the building. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Scooter in the building. Man. I love the way this ended off. Now, this was the best thing of the night. As soon as I seen this match, I'm like, oh my God, this might be a pay-per-view level event. Unfortunately, it wasn't like that, but I still think when you want to compare it to what we're getting on Crackdown, not even Crackdown now, really Raw. Compared to what we're getting on Raw, this was probably like a SummerSlam or something like that. I love the way they ended this off, man. I love the way that the Death Riders, man, they're moving on now. Darby is so sick in that Bandito spot. Holy moly, yeah. Now, look, hold on. We got Wink in the building. Now, I see the chat filing in. Now, chat, I'm putting this over, right? Y'all following me, right? I'm putting this over. AEW, y'all always have, sometimes it's excuses, sometimes it's reasons, the AEW sickos. But I need someone to explain this one to me, man. Because y'all know, y'all got me in AEW. I'm a fan. I'm following what's happening. Y'all filling me in. Somebody has to fill me in about this one, though. I want to know what happened. I know we can revisit it. Kenny Omega came out tonight. He's wanting the AEW title. He's wanting this and that. But it seems like, did we just abandon this storyline? I know we could pick it back up whenever, whatever. I know Kenny Omega wants the title, whatever. I know we're doing Josh Allen. I know Andrade could come in again, but I'm expecting at least some type of mention of the first time Andrade came in and interfered in a match, beat up Kenny Omega. I'm expecting for at least Kenny Omega to address something about it. Now the AEW sickos, can anyone explain to me? The only explanation I can think of is Kenny Omega is going to turn around and he's going to either somehow mention it or maybe Andrade is going to interfere in the match that he's going to have with Josh Alexander, I should say. You know what I mean? Good looking for the $5, Wink. We got Billy in the building. The Rascals are our elite. All four of them, they left TNA. Billy, that was crazy. We're going to address that. It seems like Tony Khan is sitting by TNA door. He's sitting by the exit door waiting for every single person that's actually worth signing in TNA to sign that contract. Another thing, Jack Doyle, fire. I'm liking everything. I'm the Don Callis family. We gonna address that. FTR versus what they calling this? What they calling them? Mark Davis and Doyle. I think that's going to be a fire match, man. CEO Jordan in the building, Rod in the building. After Alexander, we get Andrade. Okay, yeah, all right. Rod said after Alexander, all right. But Rod, I think Kenny Omega should at least say something. Like, man, Andrade, I ain't forget about that. something. And I think Andrade fighting something else. Not saying that we can't revisit it. But I'm telling you, from a fan watching it, I want to see this match. I want to see Andrade and Kenny Omega. I don't have to see it Saturday. I don't have to see it tonight. But I want to see or hear some type of build-up. You know what I mean? We already had the weird situation where Andrade was in the 100-year contract, the slave contract he signed with TKO. I made the calls. He wiggled out the contract. We got him back in the Don Callis family, but it's some unfinished business. And the reason why I'm pointing this out, because this is a 5-star banger. This is a match a lot of people want to see. Me personally, I want to see this match. But man, I just want to see this storyline develop also. Daz in the building. Good looking for the 5. He said waiting for the moment SmackDown on Raw when a wrestler walks to the back with the camera. With the cameras rolling. See Levesque sleeping in Gorilla. Yo, that's insane, Daz. Yo, Carnage in the building. The AEW is goaded. Jack Doyle and Mark Davis. Yeah. Hold on. She said Jack Doley and Mark Davis. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. And they got this, too, y'all. What do y'all feel about this, man? That's the only real thing I was questionable about the night. Andrade and Kenny Omega. But hopefully that we get that a whole field, or they just don't abandon that storyline out of nowhere, man. Did they abandon that storyline? I don't know. They could always revisit it. But man, just something. Just Kenny Omega acknowledging Andrade, you know what I mean, beat him up the last time they seen each other would have been enough for me, man. Randall Mack in the building. MC Dude. Randall Mack says, you could throw Darby Allin off the rafters to empty seats, man. Billy with the $10. Bobby, the word is Andrade versus Kenny Omega at Revolution next week. He attacks Omega for sure. Hey, Billy, remember, we going to be back here next week. I'm expecting something. You know, the Don Callis family, we going to be on the phone call. We're going to try to figure it out, man. I'm expecting something from Andrade and Kenny Omega. At this point, I almost won't even be surprised if it doesn't happen, because why would Kenny Omega say anything about Andrade? It's like nothing. But then again, he says something about the Don Callis family. So, Billy, you're right. He leaves a little bit of room to address that situation and for us to get that match at Revolution, man. He said Andrade, Kenny should be fine, man. Yeah, it should. Yo, but hold on. Who said that? Fotato, or what? My bad if I'm butchering your name. Yo, Fotato, you know what I'm talking about. Yo, now remember, we got to keep a spade a spade. This match is fire, but it still needs the storyline to develop. We still got a lot of weeks to Revolution. We still got a lot of seeds that could be planted to tell this storyline. Nobody's in no rush. Revolution is in March. So, you know what I mean? Maybe Tony Khan. I know Tony Khan, there's no way he's just completely forgetting about a match to this magnitude, man. WWE under $1 million. yeah, I see that. We gonna cover that too, Gregory. Copycat said it's gotta go that way. He's in the family. Facts. Jose in the building. You watching Collision this Saturday? I gotta look at the card, to be honest. I always forget about Collision, but I gotta look at. I might. I think I be missing too many Megan Bain matches than I like to admit, man. You watching TNA? Yo, Homer asked me, am I watching TNA Impact tomorrow? I'm almost have to. I don't know if I'm gonna cover it or not, but I almost have to watch TNA Impact. It's their first card on I think it's their first card. Speaking of TNA, hold on, man, we gonna talk about this, man. Like I said, it seems Tony Khan is waiting by the TNA exit door to grab any type of TNA talent that's worth grabbing. TNA is on AMC tomorrow. This is going to be their first this is going to be a big event for TNA. You got AJ Styles coming back. They held AJ Styles until this big TNA event. This is the opportunity for TNA could use AJ Styles going out the door to put one of their bigger superstars that's going to carry the company over. If you ask me, I think it's obvious it's going to be Leon Slater. TNA losing the Rascals was a mistake. TNA losing Jack Something was a mistake. But then again, maybe not, because Jack Something, I hate that name like a lot of other people. So even that the name and how they booking them probably wasn't even that good anyway. But Tony Khan is waiting. And how he's booking Jack Something now, Jack Doyle, the Don Callis family, how he's about to book the Rascals. The Rascals fire, man. I'm not gonna lie. You cannot sleep on them, dog. Hold on. Let me see what else we got. Wick said Angigo versus Andrade Saturday. I know I'm butchering that name. Crazy 30-foot drop splashes and Luchador Underground. Worth looking up. All right, yo, Wink, I'm going to look that up for sure. I'm going to look that up. Tony said Tony facial expression in his photo kills me. Nah, facts. Hold on. Let me see. TNA seems to have. Hold on. Let me look up. Let me look up. This will be a huge event for TNA tomorrow. AJ Styles returning, Mike Santana, Franny. I don't really know none of these people on this card. You know, I know the Hardys, yeah, man, and everybody else I'm not really familiar with. I'm familiar with Mike Santana, but I'm gonna be looking at this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be paying close attention because the first thing people are gonna do is compare these numbers to AEW. AEW just did over 500,000. So, man, we're going to see what's going to happen with that. Don't forget Paul. Look at love that AJ. The Rascals. Yeah, Yo, David, what's up, bro? Yeah, we got to address that, man. The Rascals. The Rascals have signed to AEW. This was fire move. This was a fire move. And I'm going to tell y'all how should Tony Khan book this from the rip. The Rascals might need to beat the Ops for the trio championships. That we cannot have the Rascals come and be stuck in the mid card. You can't have the Rascals come and just be another team. If you want to book the Rascals right, have them at least go at the Ops for the trio championships. We already see what they're doing with Doyle and Davis. So I'm expecting we're going to get some banger matches from the Rascals. Then what happens when Jay West starts going on his own, going in singles competition? Jay West versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Jay West versus Kevin Knight. I'm going to be interested in that, man. Lurking Showers, are you fighting Kenny as well? To help the family. You know, I'm going to do whatever I got to do to help the Don Callis family. Jerry said, good looking for the two. Jerry said, TNA should have kept Scott D'Amore. Many loved him. I got to look him up. The only one I know from the Rascals is Jay West. I don't know these other guys, man. So I'm going to be doing some research on these other guys in the Rascals. Are they fire, though? Hold on. Let me see if I can look. All right, so look. Are these other guys? I got to look them up. I'm not familiar. I'm only familiar with Jay West, man. Tony Khan's on a shopping spree after cleaning Jericho $5 million off the books. Yeah, that's what it seems, man. He's on a shopping spree, but man, I still think Jericho last year. You could get these younger talents. It's gonna still take a few years for them to grow and for us to get moments and to be invested in these characters. But I don't think somebody like Jericho should never be on the books, though. Be off the books for $5 million. Tony Khan, he got it. Jericho last year is worth more than $5 million, especially if all you got to do is take the playbook for John Cena, make a bunch of merch, do this, do that, you know what I mean? You going to make that $5 back, man. I'm not too familiar with them. I know one was on. Yo, Rod, I'm the same way, bro. I'm not familiar with them. I know one was on NXT, and I know Jay West is one of the best superstars that was on NXT, that's on TNA. And Jay West going to AEW, we could expect some good matches, at least, dog. Chris Collins, what's up, bro? He said swerve left, though the hill tunnel. Oh, yeah. Yo, Chris Collins keeps saying this, yo. He's saying Swerve Strickland left through the hill tunnel. Now, is this making it? Could this be let me see if the bull authors of wrestling brung this up. Swerve Strickland leaving through the hill tunnel. Is this even a big deal? Could it be just he just left through the, you know what I mean? Or is this do you think this could be this a seed that Tony Khan is planting? Let me see if did what's the name even mention it? Hold on, man. Incoming all-time tag team chips. Yeah, I didn't see authors of wrestling mention that. But Swerve Strickland leaving through the hill tunnel. Does people sometimes leave through the hill tunnel? Is the hill and babyface tunnel still a thing in AEW? Darby has to calm his ass down and behave. Yeah, Darby, the spots Darby Allin been taking is kind of crazy, man. I like Painmaker Jericho. After that, I'm good. Yeah, could be. You never know. Early seeds. Yeah. Oh, it's a thing. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna see, man. This is the obvious direction AEW needs to go this year. There's no way they can have a blood feud and just be best friends like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. So I want to see what they go with that, man. Hopefully Mick Foley joins AEW bang. Yeah, Darby Allin, man. Like I said, this spot, man. Yo, shout out to Darby Allin, man. Always giving us entertainment, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather this spot than the next spots all day. This spot is still bad. This spot is still this spot is too many of these. Darby Allin is gonna be, and it wasn't even just that. He done got flipped over on the stage. He done got flipped off the top rope. Did y'all see? Let me see if I got that spot somewhere here. Hold on, dog. He done got flipped off the top rope, bro. Dog, he done took some bad spots this whole match, bro. I don't even got it. He done took some bad spots this whole match. But, man, Darby Allin can move on. This is the thing with Darby, though. Where do we go from here? Now that Darby Allin beat the last Death Rider, where we gonna go? Does Darby Allin start wanting to go for that AEW championship? Does Darby Allin start to climb the mountain like he did on Mount Everest? Try to dethrone MJF. You know, a lot of people say that all-in win with Hangman Adam Page, that was supposed to be Darby Allin. Does he start going for the AEW championship? Man, Random Foley can manage Darby or something. Show him some new things. Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. Darby Allin, I love... Without Maximum Carnage without Darby Allin tonight, we're having a different conversation. I'm not going to lie, bro. Without this match... Then we got Kenny Omega, we got MJF, which was, everybody knew what was going to happen with that. We got Kenny Omega. Darby Allin saved Maximum Carnage, man, so shout out for him, man. Wink with the $5, man, good looking. Remember when the Young Bucks hung Darby Allin upside down for like 10 minutes and super kicked him with, oh my God, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yo, Darby Allin is overdue for at least a title shot. At least, man. This is the thing, though, bro. I want to ask y'all. I ain't going to lie. I don't think Pac is just going to forget about this. Darby Allin won. It could be over. It could be done. But, bro, you just tried to break Pac ankle. You did the casket drop on Pac. He already messed his ankle up. You did it again? I don't know if Pac is going like that, man. Still better than WWE. Now, that's a fact. Does Darby go after Mox's title or MJF? I'm saying MJF because it's like he just got done with the Death Riders. Now we about to see Jon Moxley and Darby Allin. But now Jon Moxley has been babyface. So, you know what I mean? Jon Moxley been going babyface. So it's like, yeah, man, that's a hard one, man. That's a hard one, bro. Blood feud. Darby versus D-Riders is done. Yeah. I mean, Moxley will be cool, but I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I think Darby Allin needs to be going after MJF, man. Real rap, bro. Oh yeah, now this is the spot I was talking about, y'all. Oh my god, this was insane, bro. Yo, bro's just straight thrown him off the jaw, off the ropes into the thing. This is after the stair spots. Dog, Darby is going crazy, man. Seriously, dog. Man, MJF's year is stacked full. Mox didn't even go out there to check on Pac after the match. Yo, he didn't. But remember, Pac told him before the match, like, bro, I don't need y'all. I'm going to handle this by myself. Because I think last time he needed the Death Riders to beat him. So he said, I'm going to handle it by himself. And Moxley, you know the time Moxley been on, bro. Moxley been on like everybody standing on what they standing on. I went through a losing streak, but I came back. I won the seat too. Moxley been cooking every time we seen him. So when he said that, he said, are you standing on it? Stand on it then. But that is crazy. Moxley definitely didn't come back out. The Rascals. Bro, if the Rascals join the Don Callis family, that will be crazy. DX said the Rascals to the Don Callis family. Darby Allin clearly has a death wish. Nah, that's a fact. Darby may skip leg day, but never. Yeah, Darby, man. He skipped leg day, but never back day. That's funny. Man, I want to see what's next for Darby, man, because I think he deserves at least a title shot at the AEW title, man. Seriously, dog. It's been long overdue, man. Let me see what else we got, man. Hold on, man. Let me see what else we got. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. Impressive showing by Mark Davis, Jack Doyle. I'm seeing that, man. Mark Davis, Jack Doyle against FTR. FTR is probably gonna win that match. But you know what I like about these dudes? I'm liking the old school. They remind me of you know who they remind me of a little bit? Y'all remember this team, dog? Time. Yo, y'all remember this team, man? Hold on. Nah, not the APA. They remind me of like the Bradshaws. Not this team. Remember, damn, what's his name? John Bradshaw, and I don't know if this was his brother or not, but they kind of remind me of like that old school. This is literally them, yo. This is literally that team. I don't know how old y'all are, but I remember the Bradshaws, bro. And that's who Jack Doyle and Mark Davis remind me of, man. Just a Smash Mouth team, man. This is the first time they were tag team, and they're part of the Don Callis family. Them versus FTR is gonna be a fire match. I think we need to wait until Revolution to do that too, man. Yeah, the Blackjacks, facts, yo. The Bigfoot Boys, the Skyscrapers more so in my opinion. Let me see the Skyscraper. The Skyscrapers tag team. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. Oh, damn! I forgot about them. Damn, I forgot about the Skyscraper. Damn. See, I never watched WCW that much, yo. Damn, yo. I forgot it. And y'all know this is Mark Calloway. Back in the day, dog. Damn. Yeah. And that, yo, I'm telling you, they bringing that. I like that old school feel, man. That Smash Mouth feel. That, you know what I mean? That you just going in and you looking to beat something from the rip. The Blackjacks. They're the Blackjacks too. That's crazy. Dude, yes, put cowboy hats on them and call them. And then the Blackjacks. Nah, that's a fact. They might as well go with that jaw. Sid was awesome. Sid was fire, bro. Sid was fire, man. He said Danny and Mark. Yeah, man. I'm liking this team, man. They're with the Don Callis family, and I can't wait to see it. Yo, let me ask y'all this, bro. What are we doing with Jet Speed, man? Of course, it says at the top they got 3 wins the past 4 matches. This is a fire tag team. But it seems like every time I see them, they're in a situation where they're guaranteed to lose. They're in a it doesn't look like they're not about to get the tag team titles, They're about to tag up with Hangman Adam Page to try to get the trio titles. They're about to lose that match. I think we need to figure out what we're gonna do with Jet Speed, man. If I'm Tony Khan, Kevin Knight is one of the best wrestlers you have on your roster. I think I would like to see him in some type of other storyline than with Speedball Bailey continuously losing. I don't know. I would like to see Jet Speed and the new version of the Young Bucks in some type of feud. It's going at it somehow, man. I think they're at a weird spot on the card, man. This is what I'm talking about with AEW. So much talent, and it's like sometimes you're in a situation like Jet Speed where it's like, damn, what do we do with Jet Speed, man? That's why tournaments like the C2 is so important, man. Because without the C2, man, they would really just be stuck in, like, you know what I mean, just stuck in in a joint, man. F the Young Bucks. Oh, you bugging as SRW. Young Bucks is, if you ask me, Young Bucks is the best tag team that I've seen in a very long time, dog. I don't know one tag team with just who's just perfect. Like I don't ever remember seeing a crazy botch from the Young Bucks, and they do some of the most crazy spots. Dog, the Young Bucks probably the best tag team out, bro. 3 wins the last 4 matches. They're not losing that much. Kara, see, not even saying that. Now, when I'm saying they're losing, right? I'm talking about the C2. I'm talking about the match next week they're gonna lose. Now they just lost this match tonight. And outside of that, they're not, when it starts to count, they're losing. You know what I mean? When they're not coming close to the AEW Tag Team Championships. They're about to lose a trios match next week. And even if they do win, well, you mean to tell me we're gonna see Hangman Adam Page and Jet Speed as the trios over the Ops? It just doesn't make zero sense to me. So you know what I mean, it's pretty obvious they're gonna lose that. On top of that, Kevin Knight is fire as a singles competitor, also Speedball. So that's what I'm saying. They're in a weird part of the card where it's like they're fire as a tag team, but they're also fire as singles, but they also have no type of I'm not getting no type of real storyline with any type of real emotion. And I love Jet Speed. That's why I'm saying all of this, man. We could say the Young Bucks are elite. No, that's a fact. Yo, Rod. Rod said he predicted title change, bro. If Jet Speed and Hangman wins the trio titles, bro. I know Hangman said, I'm gonna take everything from you. I don't want to hear that, bro. Jet Speed and Hangman Adam Page with the trio titles. That doesn't. They might as well wait until the Rascals come and have the Rascals win the titles. That makes 100 times more sense than Jet Speed and Hangman really beating the. You mean to tell me, Powerhouse Hobbs alone could probably beat Jet Speed, dog? Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs? Come on, bro. Baby M310 says, sup, Bobby? Whatever happened to Wardlow? Wardlow hurt, bro. Yeah, he's still a part of the family. But unfortunately, Wardlow back injuries, dog. Like, Wardlow, another fire wrestler, but he's been out of sight, out of mind, unfortunately, with an injury, man, for real. Jack Perry showed up. Yeah, Jack Perry fire, man. I think Fam came back, got injured somehow. Apparently, he's Mr. Glass. Yo, that's crazy, Chris Collins. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, yo, Jay Swiss. Yo, Jay Swiss, dog, you brought up a good point. What happened to the bros? What happened to the bros? They literally won the AEW Tag Team titles, and I feel like they disappeared after that. Damn, you see this? Oh, what was this article? Oh, this was in June 2025. WWE reportedly interested in signing AEW's private party. I will snap. And you know what's crazy? I was there this night. I was at Collision this night. Yo, this is the night. This was my first AEW event. Because when Private Party won, when they celebrated, when they celebrated on Collision, that was in Philadelphia. And I actually went to that event. Man, where is Private Party? Yo, Chris Collins, what's up with Private Party, bro? OZ with the 5. What's up, bro? My dude, Fed Pile Bobby, once again complaining about dessert after a 7-course AEW meal while pleading for cross. Yo, bro. OZ, you my man, bro. But if you call it Maximum Carnage 7-course, so Blood and Guts was what, 17-course? Come on, bro. Maximum Carnage was solid. It was better than Raw. If it was better than Raw, you know what I mean? I would even agree it was better than Crackdown. But Drew won the title, which was cool. But you know what I mean? But 7-course, 7? Come on, bro. And yo, OZ, matter of fact, put in the chat for me. I'm just interested in knowing your opinion on Kenny Omega and Andrade. What do you think, Tony Khan, how they're gonna book that? You know what I mean? Because I know you love AEW, especially if you thought that was 7-course. I think it was solid, but 7-course? They better not go there. I mean, where else? Private Party? Is somebody injured or something? I don't know, bro. Better than WWE flaw, AEW, all you could eat buffet. Wednesday nights, Bobby Monsoon is happy. Yeah, I mean, I at least have something to, you know what I mean? At least some type of storylines and something to build off of. I was expecting more from Maximum Carnage, but like I said, Darby Allin put it over. It's always good seeing Kenny Omega. Bandito, MJF had a nice showing, so yeah, man, it was cool, man. Just put my grandma on the AEW Yo, that's hilarious, bro. Women's Blood and Guts still my favorite war game. Yo, Rando Mac, that was fire. That was fire. I wonder, yo, does anybody know, is Private Party, is one of them hurt? Like, why? They won the titles. They got put over. This is the last time. It was nothing else. They have a great gimmick. They're great in the ring. Why haven't we seen Private Party on Collision or Dynamite at all? Triple GPT with the $2. He said acceptable show tonight. Change is coming soon. Triple GPT, he's putting Maximum Carnage over, man. So you got to shout that out. Did you hear about the Drew news? Yo, Young Boss, what happened with Drew, bro? Nah, try to put it in the chat. Let me know what happened with Drew. Rich with the $2. Okay, tonight. Opener and closer was great in between. Yo, Rich, I agree with this 100%. Opener was great. Closer was great. In between was it was solid, man. Nothing that really got me out of my seat, but it was still solid, man. Ozo fine 4-course at a 5-star dinner. Kenny will be feuding with you and the rest of the Duck Camp all year after they cost him the belt at Revolution. That's hilarious. Yo, that's hilarious, yo. They played on Roman to beat Drew for Cody versus Roman. Roman to beat Drew. They better, dog. I hope they don't do that, man. I hope they don't do that, bro. We're gonna definitely talk about that after we get the AEW, the rest of AEW smoke. Let me see what else we got on here, man. Yeah, that Cody was Roman. This gonna be a fire match, man. Next week, Kenny Omega back in the ring, back on Dynamite, Orlando, Florida. Josh Alexander, the Don Callis family. Man, Josh Alexander got probably the best entrance music. Yeah, one of the best entrance music that I like, man. Drew been doing done dirty. Yeah, Drew got done dirty, especially after winning the title. Yo, let me ask y'all real quick, bro. I know Bandito, yo, Chris Collins. I know he been cooking on I know bro been cooking on Ring of Honor. I know he's Ring of Honor champion or whatever. Bandito, he just had a match with MJF, a match everyone knew he was gonna lose. You could have bet the house on this match, you wouldn't have lost nothing. But now, what is next for Bandito? Bandito cooked all of 2025. He got the diamond ring. He loses to MJF. MJF puts him over in a promo before beating him up. Okay, cool. Brody King, he comes in. Like, should Bandito just go back with Brody King and they should try to get the tag titles? What else? What do we do with Bandito? Do we have him going to Death Riders? This is a top tier. Once again, like I always say, it's hard to go to AEW if you're a professional wrestler because you got so much talent, and it's only 4 hours in a week for AEW. You got Collision, you got Dynamite. Really only 2, because Dynamite's really the draw. I want to see what's next for Bandito, man. This entrance was fire, dog. You know who he looked like, bro? Who the Bull? Who the Bull? Damn. Yo, put in the chat. Yo, who the Bull off of the Ninja Turtles movie, dog? The Master. Ninja Turtles. Damn, not Master Splinter. It was a Bull, dog. I forgot who his name was. Hold on. Let me see it. Ninja Turtles boss. Damn, dog. Yo, put it in the chat. Y'all know who I'm trying to... Shredder, yeah. Yo, good looking. Who said that? Yo, right. Shredder, bro. Oh, my God. This boy, he used to be the man, dog. Especially, I wish I could get a picture of him in the old movie. Hold on. Yo, this boy used to be the man, dog. That's kind of who Bandito remind me of with this entrance. He looked just like Shredder, bro. That makes somebody needs to take this character and I think Bandito need to go heel, join the Don Callis family, become Shredder. Dog, this will be a fire. This will be a fire type of character, man. Yeah, Shredder, breaking news. Dorada episode just signed dual contracts. Love Shredder. He might be Joey Nutella, but at least dates make it bad. Yeah. I'm liking Bandito, man. He giving me that Shredder vibes, man. But the thing is, we got to get Bandito in some type of storyline. Unless we know he's not going to be beef with MJF too long. I feel like MJF and Bandito's over. You know what? Honestly, I would if I was Tony Khan, Bandito probably didn't want it to happen. I would have had MJF take the mask off of Bandito, but he could have still covered his face. But I would at least had him took the mask off, or maybe he could have did it maybe like near the apron. So as soon as he took the mask off, he could have went under the ring so we didn't see his face. But I would have loved for MJF to get that heat. I would have loved for Bandito to have some type of gripe still with MJF later on down the line, man. I think he's due for a title shot, but man, who knows when, man? Who dating Mega Band? It was Predator Badlands cosplay. Cosplay. MJF gave that dude the rub. He did. Kind of. He cut a promo on him, but it was like, kind of, man. Yeah, who is this bull? I guess, is this a squad? Oh, this on Collision too? I ain't gonna lie, bro. We gonna be real. I don't want to see Andrade on Collision, bro. I mean, I guess Tony Khan has to do matches like this, because I ain't gonna lie. Now, whoever asked me, am I gonna tune into Collision? I said I don't know. Now I feel like I almost have to. So I get why Tony Khan does this, but I think Andrade needs to be on Dynamite, dog. And I'm gonna tell you why. I understand why Tony Khan has Andrade on Collision. Because if you ask me, Collision needs Andrade more than Andrade needs Collision. So I understand why he's going to be on Collision. But for Andrade's character, I think he needs to be on Dynamite. He needs to be on Dynamite. I would rather have, we know he can wrestle. I would rather have Andrade on Dynamite in a segment with either the Kenny Omega situation, or I'd rather him and this guy, Angelico, whatever, to do a segment of some type of storyline. Then do the match or Collision or something like that, man. Just a match or Collision. Andrade first match back. I think it needs to be booked a little bit bigger. We could have. I love the Babes of Wrath and Sisters of Sin. We could have took that off. We could have put this on. No. You know what we could have took off? Yo, film me. Yo, hold on. I'm gonna look at the chat in a second, dog. Hold on. Let me see, yo. Shout out to Brody King all day. Brody King, my man. But we could have took this off. We didn't need this. Brody King and him punching the guy. This was cute. But we could have took this off and we could have put this match on there, or at least a segment or something. This was fine. This was cute. Brody King, all right, I guess, or whatever. But I'd rather see Andrade. Or how about you give us Andrade versus Brody King, except for this squash match? Brody King needs to look strong. Andrade needs to come back strong. We could have two people have a fire match, and it didn't have to end in anyone winning. It could have been a no DQ. Am I bugging y'all? Hold on, man. OZ, respect Collision. You watch 6 hours of WWE. Yo, OZ. Listen. Yo, OZ, if you on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna follow you back, bro. Cause when I watch Collision, we gonna be tweeting about this, bro. Yeah, man. Angelica was great, bro. Just letting you know, it should be a great match. Now, if Chris Collins, I think I don't disagree with that at all. I'm sure this is gonna be a fire match. Andrade should be on the flagship show though, and I think this could have replaced that. YouTube hero, bro. Watch Lucha Underground tapes. Angelico. All right, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna catch up on, bro. I know I'm butchering his name. Gregory laughing. Angelico is literally better than 90% of WWE roster. Damn, he fired like that. I'm gonna look him up. Man. I'm guessing the Darby Allin match ended earlier than expected. Brody said it was a standby match, which means he needed to fill time. What? Yo, Rod. Yo, listen what Rod said, dog. He said, I'm guessing the Darby Allin match ended earlier than expected. Brody said it was a standby match, which means they needed to fill time. Now, Rod, when you saying that, now I'm thinking, did Darby Allin, it doesn't look like, we'll never know if Darby Allin gets hurt because he's that psychotic. Darby Allin could damn near, he could have fractured something in his back we wouldn't have knew, because he's finishing the match and you're not going to know. They're not going like this to Darby Allin no matter what happens. They pull a pistol out on Darby Allin, they're not throwing this up. I wonder if something happened and they had to call the match early. That's an interesting take, Rod. Because, he did say it was a fill-in match. Or it was a standby match to fill time. This does look like something that was just rushed. The way it happened, the dude didn't even get an entrance. The dude was like, man, I'm not even dressed for a match. And they still threw him in a match. And it ended. Brody King snuffed him when he fell off the top rope, and that was it. It didn't do nothing for Brody King. It didn't do nothing for the guy in the ring. This was literally nothing. So, that's crazy. That makes sense. Bugging. Why you say bugging? Yeah, sir. Sir Smoke a Lot. Shout out Sir Smoke a Lot, bro. Because he kept it real. This was pointless, can't lie, facts. Yeah, man. And it was only pointless if Rod is like, if Rod right, like, not only pointless, it makes a lot more sense why this happened. Now I can understand because I was watching this like, all right, yeah, man, I don't know, man. Like once again, we need to see Brody King in some more significant matches. I understand him squashing people and whatever, but what is this? What is this kind of leading towards, man? Vinnie Mac said, "When did AEW sign Angelica?" I don't even know. I gotta tap into Angelica because I don't even know. I don't even. I haven't even seen him watch, but they're saying he's fired though. Yes, you are, Bobby. I think it was because Omega came out early. Damn. I wonder what happened back. It seemed like it seemed like something threw the night off. I don't know if it was a Darby match. I don't know if something was booked, then it got changed last minute. But man, that's what's up, man. Sir Smoke, yo, Mufu said, Sir Smoke, my mom's. Yo, Sir Smoke a lot, man. Man, leave Mufu moms alone, man. bro said you taking her treat, man. She said she got like an 8 or maybe even a 7 missing, man. Oh my god, yo. It was Brody taking out John to prevent him from helping MJF, and he was getting payback. What? Helping MJF? I gotta look at that again. I didn't even. Why would he help MJF? MJF versus I gotta. Okay. Now I get it because Brody King and Bandito's cool. So okay, yeah, okay, all right. Yo, actually he's right, bro. Who said that? Damn, bro, my bad if I missed that comment. Hold on, I gotta find that. It wasn't pointless. It was to help Bandito. All right. Oh yeah, shout out one Brian. My bad. I know Brain. I'm butchering your name, bro. But all right, okay. If it was if that was the case, cool. To be honest, he just snuffed him flying off the top rope. You could have snuffed him backstage, and we could have got something else. You know what I mean? I see what y'all saying though, but we're doing this in the ring outside. Brody Keto King. I feel like he could have snuffed him backstage or something. We could have told this story backstage, especially when you got Andrade out there. But yeah, man. Yeah, I see what y'all saying. The Archer, what's up, bro? Hey, bro, I told you Hobbs is better fit in the Fed. WWE, we finally free. Damn. Wow. Wow. The Archer said, yo, bro. The Archer said, bro is a better fit in the Fed. The Archer said, man, AEW don't know what to do with Powerhouse Hobbs. The Archer. How y'all feel about this, man? Like, Powerhouse Hobbs, y'all. Is AEW over somebody like Powerhouse Hobbs? Do y'all not care if he go to the Fed? If you ask me, it does seem, the Fed likes more of a, what I mean? More of a built bodybuilder powerhouse, no pun intended. I don't know. That's interesting. MJF finishing Bandito off with Brian Danielson. With the DLC. Yeah, I see that, Carnage. I see that. Didn't MJF get a new tattoo on his calf? I didn't even see that. I didn't see that. Yo, Eric, good looking. Great to see you too, man. Street main eventer with more developer promo. Yes, he's out. Hobbs ain't leaving. We want Powerhouse Hobbs. WWE want Powerhouse Hobbs. Is his contract about to expire or something? Like, why did this conversation get so... I wonder why did this conversation become so prevalent now? Like, Powerhouse Hobbs' contract must be expiring. It's obviously the Fed sat up there and put this news out there that they're interested in Hobbs. I could see him in WWE. The only thing is, it's just like, what are you gonna do with him? Do you put Powerhouse Hobbs at NXT just like you did Mariah May? And now Mariah May, she's cutting the shoot promo in the middle of the ring. I know y'all seen it. Mariah May on NXT saying, man, they didn't even know what to do with me. Is the same thing gonna happen with Powerhouse Hobbs? I don't understand the point of having an AEW talent that has been proven and putting them on NXT for them to do absolutely nothing. Not Dan, YouTuber Hero said not losing sleep if we lose Hobbs. He's not that good. What? Yo, this is the thing. YouTuber Hero. Matter of fact, I gotta look up some Powerhouse Hobbs promos because I like his look. I like his aesthetic. I like his aura. But I gotta see his promo to really disagree with he's not that good. And I don't know. I gotta hear a good Powerhouse Hobbs promo. I haven't heard a good or bad one. I haven't heard any promo really for Powerhouse Hobbs. Outside of him having dialogue with somebody or a quick in and out here and there, I want to see you take the mic in front of a crowd and make us feel some type of emotion, get us invested in some type of story. I haven't gotten that yet. Deck says Powerhouse Hobbs. Good look at Deck with the $10. Powerhouse Hobbs originally tried out at WWE. They didn't want him. The day after he debuted on Dynamite, they emailed him to join them. He emailed them back, F off. Damn! Okay, man. Cooler heads have prevailed. Some time has passed. But you saying that makes me think they might try to push him to NXT, which would be a mistake, bro. Powerhouse Hobbs ain't that crazy, bro. Damn, bro. Damn. That's crazy, man. I like Hobbs, bro. He just does a weird lip thing. Nah, I like that. Yo, my man, 808 Ohana in the building. Hola, bro. Good to see it. AEW was a solid show. It was cool, man. I wanted more from Maximum Carnage, to be honest, but we got Darby Allin. The last match was fire. So, yeah, I think it was cool, man. Hobbs was a TNT champion. Fearfully great. Book of Hobbs. Look it up. All right, yeah, I'm going to look that up. Hey, Bobby, did you watch Hangman Dark Order entrance? Did I? I don't know if I did or not. I don't think so, actually. I don't think so. If I did, I didn't notice that was a Dark Order entrance. Yeah, man. You see this might be the new Powerhouse. Does anybody know, bro? This might be Powerhouse Hobbs with locks, man. Have anybody heard of, bro? It's like, hold on, let me see. I gotta see his work, man. He's kind of reminded me of Obafemi. Hold on, let me see this. Oh, hold on. I guess this the dude that was on was he on? Do y'all know him? Is he fire? I guess he was on Evolve. Yeah, I gotta see, man. NXT signed him, yeah, man. Like somebody like him, maybe teaming up with Hobbs or going against Hobbs might be cool. But I haven't seen this dude work yet. Rich Darby jumping pack. That strength home car. Yo, what the hell? Tubi. Triple H always click copy, click paste. Why didn't he do that with Mariah Blake? That's all WWE needed to do. Hobbs is great. I'm cool either way. Just no NXT. That's a fact. And yeah, Mariah May, all you had to do was click copy, click paste. Rich, I agree 100%. Mariah May sells. You don't need to sell Mariah May, bro. Like, she's right there. The whole story was already told from her. And it's just like they didn't know what to do with her, man. And now she had one of the worst botches in NXT history, in professional wrestling history. And now she's calling out. Let me see if I can find that joint. Now she done called out the yeah, man. I don't even know if I saved it, bro. Yeah, I don't even think I saved it. Now she's calling out well, I don't even know what I'm. She's calling out Shawn Michaels or maybe even Paul Levesque. Who knows, man? WWE signs them, then jobs them out. That's a fact. Most AEW and WWE talent got buried. Yeah, but then you got Ricky Saints doing good. Jade Cargill is booked one of the strongest. If you count Cody Rhodes, you got Cody Rhodes. So it goes either way, you know what I mean? I think Mariah May definitely needs to not be she needs to not be on NXT at all, man. Yeah, Tony Storm, did Mariah May get her title back after the botch? That's another thing. No. Mariah May, she's just now it's just like what are we doing with her, dog? She went out and she cut a shoot. It seems like a shoot promo. I wish I could find it, dog. Yeah, Mariah May cuts a shoot promo. It's just like, for all of this, she could have just stayed in AEW, bro. Paul Levesque sleep with a gorilla so he could hear Blake. That's funny. It's crazy to me when WWE talent leave for AEW. It's a problem. But when AEW talent leaves for WWE, then AEW is going out of business. Yeah, nah, AEW got too much of the bag to be going out of business. But Mariah May, she could have stayed just like this and would have been cool. Mariah May, I don't know, it just looks better on AEW right now. We got to see her on the big stage to see how she translates in WWE. But when she was champion, it was like, dog, it just looked right, man. Hold on. Vinnie Mac says Mariah May made the worst decision in pro wrestling. Yo, Vinnie Mac, it's not too late, though. Hold on, let me see. Oh, Blake Monroe. I keep forgetting her name is Blake Monroe. All right, now hold on. Let me grab these real quick, man. Let's see if we can pull this up real quick.
As talented as I am,
listen to this, y'all. Hold on.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. When you're as talented as I am, people don't always know what to do with you. I'm gonna...
That was a crazy statement to say. And people say she was going at Shawn Michaels, but I think that's straight at Paul Levesque, if you ask me. When you're as talented as I am, people don't know what to do with you. I think that's a shot for her even going into NXT in the first place. Like, no, yo, Rando Mack or I forgot, somebody asked, did she get her title back? No, she's still sitting there with no title. Jade Parker, I'm guessing, came out. I actually got to watch this. Jade Parker versus Blake Monroe is cool. But Blake Monroe and Jade Parker should have been out of... And Jade Parker... or Jada, I guess her name. Jada Parker should have been out of NXT with Oba and Trick. Blake Monroe should have never even been in NXT. They need to use NXT to keep developing people, but once they're developed, why are they still... It's like can you imagine if a baby's in a mother's womb for 9 months, but now we're at 19 months and the baby's still in the womb? It doesn't make sense. These superstars are developed. Crackdown is in desperate need of both of these stars. So hopefully after this feud, both of them move up, but who knows, man? Hobbs done with AEW, lost trios title, going to WWE. Ozo says AEW is $14 billion. Oh, $14 billion not in debt. Oracle, what's up, bro? Jada Parker is so good. Why is she still in? She should have got caught up, right? What's her name? Jada Parker should have got called up, bro. With Obafemi and them. This woman is a star, dog. She should have been got caught up. She been had the gimmick. She been had the shoulder gimmick. She had the music. She got the looks. Yo, this woman is bad. Dog, this woman is a star, and she's sitting there stuck on NXT for how long? Or how long are we gonna do this? It's not like we. It's not. Dog, the women's division in WWE is going down. Man, it's. I'm kind of sick. She's still on NXT, bro. Seriously, man. Isn't Jada Parker Jey Uso? Yo, nah, that was a rumor, bro. Jey Uso, you know, I like trolling Jey Uso and making jokes, but I think people were I think people were over exaggerating that Jey Uso and Jada Parker situation. I think they're cool, and if it was anything more, I'm pretty sure we would have heard a lot more about it. You know what I mean? And another thing, Jey Uso is married, man. So you know what I mean. Not saying that means much, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, with the spotlight on Jey Uso, I don't see him rolling the dice, risking it all, even for somebody as bad as Jada Parker. That's just my opinion, though. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. Nah, that was a story that might have been over exaggerated. But yo, you're funny though. Yo, nah. Yo. Yo, Ron said rumor. Yo, y'all is rolling, dog. Oh my God. Come on, bro. God damn. Oh my God, bro. Nah, they said they got footage of them walking in the airport or something like that. Yeah, man. Like, let me tell y'all something, man. Men don't cheat. So yeah, man, my man Jey Uso's faithful, man. He would never do that. Men, I'm of the belief that men don't cheat, man. Oracle fan said Jey Uso. Jey Uso can't handle all that. Oh my God, yo, nah, that's hilarious. Nah, all jokes aside, though, yeah, man, she should have definitely got called up to the roster, man. It's kind of, I don't know. How old is she? She got a lot of time though, so it's just like, hey, Jada Parker age. She's 26. She got a lot of time, you know what I mean? So I guess they're not in no rush to bring her up, man. Blake Monroe is a smoke show. Yeah, men don't cheat. They be cheating. Yo, that's funny, yeah. Fearfully Confident, Jey Uso, faithful. Yo, Fearfully Confident is wild. Yo, Fearfully Confident is wild. This boy said Jey Uso faithful to that Bacardi. Oh my God, yo, that was wild, bro. Jey Uso faithful to that Bacardi. That was wild. Yo, I can't believe this. I'm just seeing it standing delivered. God, she been in NXT for how long? I don't get it, dog. I just don't get it how WWE just keeps people stuck in NXT, bro. Let me see what else we got here. Jay Juice. You look like a noose. Man, shout out to Samoas, man. When do we get that Bobby Basu album? Who bought tickets this time? Nobody. Oh yeah. I gotta put now. Look, addressing that too, because I see a lot of comments talking about an album. I'm just figuring out how. I'm not even worrying about monetizing it, whatever, because if it's definitely enough comments or whatever for me to put something together. I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't get just completely took off of like the if I upload something, it just doesn't get took off. Because you know a lot of them songs be parody songs or whatever. So me and my team try to figure that out. But yeah, we definitely see the comments and we go, yeah, man, you know, I always wind up delivering. So yeah, man, we'll figure something out, man. All right, let me see what else. Did y'all see this, man? Punk plans to retire by the age of 50. Oh man. I mean, it's like Punk. You're 50 now, bro. You Punk is in the ring. He's moving like somebody that's like he says saying I'm 47. I don't feel old yet. Punk, it's over, bro. It's over, dog. Punk has lost a step. One of the greatest to ever do it in the ring. One of the greatest people, professional wrestlers to ever grab a mic. But you lost a step on the mic, dog. Just and I can't even say he lost a step on the mic. He's not willing to push the envelope anymore when it comes to the mic. He's PG Punk. As far as in the ring, he gotta watch it before somebody gets hurt. Brian Breaker, the future of professional wrestling, as far as WWE is concerned, at least, almost got his neck broke multiple times being in the ring with CM Punk. Not saying that it wasn't done on purpose or whatever. I just think that Punk has lost a step. It's just not me saying it. Kevin Owens is saying it. I mean, Kevin Nash is saying it. Sports Illustrated say it. Nah. But CM Punk, man, well, the way he's going is he's going to be retiring within the next year or two, bro. Kevin Nash just said that, yeah. It's an unfortunate, not even unfortunate. Punk had a great career. He had a great run. You're 50. It's, you know what I mean? Now it's time to just start putting new stars over, start going to the back. And honestly, Punk, bro, we need somebody to just we need some type of pushback from the authority. I feel like Punk, that's what makes CM Punk character in real life and on screen. Just to push back on the authority. You don't have to cause ruckus. It doesn't have to be a physical altercation. It doesn't have to be hurt feelings or anything like that. But just the glazing that CM Punk does, it does nothing for the product. It does nothing for the company. It only benefits whatever his personal goals are backstage. And man, I don't know, man. You could barely hang now. Punk, wrap it up. Yeah, and I love CM Punk, man. That's why I be so passionate talking about Punk, man, because God, we need that. We need Punk more than ever, dog, to just, you know what I mean, to just talk about this crap, bro, going on. He got to learn new moves, walk down the top rope, do a 360. Nah, Punk don't need to be doing none of that. I think Punk could keep the same moves he got. He just needs I think he's just a step slower in his reactions. You know what I mean? And yeah. I think he's just a step slower in his reactions. He's too old. Like, what new moves is he gonna do? Unless they're submission moves. Raven says, I love Seth freaking Rollins. He's still on the mountain top of WWE. When Phil is messing up, he's doing too much for the company itself and knows how to carry himself. Yo, Bobby, off topic, but J. Cole dropping his album, so you gotta drop your nah, facts. I gotta listen to that Cole album when he dropped too, yo. Tony, what's up, bro? He will be BM. Oh yeah. Cyber 8000, CM Chuck needs to learn how to hit 619s. If Fragile Phil goes against what Triple Frost says, he gonna get fired. Yo, Vinny Mac, yeah, I believe he's just walking on eggshells at WWE. He knows that's his last stop. Not even his last stop. He knows WWE is where the money at. That's the big time, and you know what I mean? That's where he started off. That's his baby, man. Punk don't got 3 years left in him, though. I think he has about 18 months, to be honest. The Bobby is a must for us. Yeah, I got you. Company me. Beat Ryder Punk. CM Payne. Yo, this is crazy, man. And a lot of that comes from people just sick of, you know what I mean? A lot of that comes from people just, Punk always complaining about the fans, complaining about the people that made him who he is, put him over. You know what I mean? Punk that turned a lot of fans that loved him against him, man. But he still has a lot. He still has a lot. Devious says la lazy Levesque. Oh snap! Chris Collins say he said some news. Punk's done. Punk isn't not great as a baby face. He is better as a heel. If CM Punk with the corporate man Punk, do y'all know how I always say this? I always say this, dog. Hold on. If CM Punk, dog, he got another. If he went this route, if he been the TKO shill, if he been the guy pulling the strings, you know what I mean? Like, dog, glaze it, like stuff like this, shaking the Rock's head, you know what I mean? Glazing Triple H, actually embracing who he is, I feel, backstage, saying everything is great. Imagine if CM Punk came out and he said, man, we got the biggest gross numbers. Oh my God, bro. He starts screwing over LA Knight, screwing over anybody that actually, that we like. This will be fire. With Obafemi as Obafemi come, not Obafemi. Who? Let me think. Who a babyface that just everybody liked, dog? I can't think of nobody right now in WWE, but just, you know, screwing somebody like Jacob Fatu, screwing Drew McIntyre over the title, yo, that would be fire, dog. Hold on, let me see, man. Okada said becoming the first woman. Oh yeah. I'm gonna check some of this out. Yeah, man. Punk, dog. This character for Punk will be fire, dog. This character for Punk will go over so good, man. CM is yo, what? Bro says CMEs can't move. Sami Zayn. Oh hell, oh my God. No. He screws over Sami Zayn. Everybody's gonna be cheering. He gotta screw over people that people don't like, that people love. You know what I mean? MJF retained AEW World Title versus Bandito was an absolute banger. Tony, yeah, I mean it was predictable. It was cool. I mean the match was cool. I don't know, man. I see better matches from MJF and Bandito, to be honest. But yeah, man, I would love to see corporate man Punk, man, to do something, man. Let me see. Oh yeah, we got to talk about this too. Yo, does anybody care? Cause I was gonna cover this. I might talk about this tomorrow. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns Part 3 is not happening. That's incredible news. That's great news. We are all celebrating this not happening because you cannot top WrestleMania 40. Literally, yo. Hold on, man. WrestleMania 39 and WrestleMania 40. This what that was, y'all. Hold on, man. Home Alone 1 and 2. WrestleMania 39 was Home Alone 1. WrestleMania 40 was Home Alone 2. We're done at 1 and 2. You don't always need a third installment. 1 and 2 is good enough. I promise you. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes 3 will be Home Alone 3. It will be a match underwhelming. It will be a match everybody will be criticizing. Everybody's going to hate the match. What is going to be higher stakes than Cody Rhodes winning the title, finishing his story? There's no higher stakes than that. That's it. We're doing 3 for 1. Roman Reigns is not even there to tell the story. Remember, Roman Reigns was full-time damn near. At least he was cutting promos and all of that when he had the title. WrestleMania 39 and 40, he was there to tell the story. The final boss is not there to tell the story. Y'all are just doing this for a name grab or whatever. Why nobody's asking for this? Nobody wants this. I don't even understand how this is even news. Nobody cares. Oh my god, man! Terminator 1 and 2. Yeah, facts. Terminator 1 and 2. Yo, Gregory, that story is finished. They finished the story. You're never gonna get over WrestleMania 40. They will be doing 3 just to be doing it, and you don't always need a third installment, bro. Leave it at 40. No one cares. Think about it. We could do Roman Reigns versus Obafemi. Cody Rhodes versus Obafemi. Roman Reigns versus Trick. Cody, put the newer talent over. Roman Reigns will be retiring with CM Punk in a few years. Cody Rhodes said at the WWE contract will be his last one. Why are y'all fighting each other? Give the rub to somebody else. Because it already takes 2 to 3 years to build somebody's character, for people to start getting acquainted with their music globally, to understand who this character is, for us to get at least a handful of moments that people like. It takes a few years. While y'all can still move good in the ring and tell a story, put the newer talent over. Nobody wants to see this crap. I'm happy it's not happening. Triple H way too lazy to book that. Oba versus Brock. Facts. Facts. Oba versus Brock will be fire. Probably not even in the ring. It'd probably be a cool match in the ring, but just the build up, the look, what it is. Oba, Brock. The only thing fearfully confident, Obafemi is on his 560th vignette. Obafemi is about to break the world record of vignettes. I never seen a talent get this many. You would think Obafemi never stepped foot in a wrestling ring. Obafemi is getting vignette after vignette after vignette after vignette. It's like, bro, what the? He could make a literal 3-hour movie and air it out in movie theaters coming soon with all the vignettes they're doing for Obafemi. I think they're stalling, man. I think they don't know what to do with Oba. Oh, should we have him on Crackdown or should we have him on Raw? Should we bring him back to NXT? I don't know, man. Yo, did y'all see this? I forgot to talk about this too, yo. I don't know how I feel about this. But it seems like they're doing some type of like, y'all see this? They're building the Royal Rumble stage from the ground up. Like, this isn't, I don't know if y'all heard about this, but this isn't like a stadium that has been there before. This is built from the ground up. I really hope, dog, WWE knows what they're doing. Cause I've never seen this, dog, and I don't even want to put it in the air, but for me, this is kind of concerning. Why is WWE doing this? So they can fit more people. Like, y'all don't have a venue for Royal Rumble, so you build the stage up. So we're gonna roll the dice on Royal Rumble. And just cross our fingers that the lighting is going to be perfect, that everything's going to be perfect, everything's going good. I don't know anything about construction, but what are they using to build this up? This looks like a bunch of stick figures. I don't know if they're using sticks from the sand. I don't. Once again, I don't know much about construction. I'm pretty sure they got the best builders in the world. But y'all had no venue for Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble's in a few weeks. So you just built the venue a few weeks before the event? Which means to say, so when you booked Royal Rumble, y'all didn't even have a place to have Royal Rumble on. You just said, we're going to do it in Saudi Arabia. We'll find a place. You want to talk about AEW doing residencies? At least Tony Khan isn't finding a parking lot the build a building and to try to roll the dice with the top people on your roster. I'm going to have my fingers crossed because I promise you, mark my words, y'all, we're on live. We're talking about this. Mark my words. If somebody's so much happens to even trip on a shoelace in this venue, man, it's not going to be good, dog. It is not going to be good. We're going to look back and this is going to look like, wow, why would you ever? It doesn't. Am I bugging? Saudi Arabia has a lot of venues, bruh. You could have WWE at Mr. Beast Park. Yeah, I ain't going either way. LOL. This is sad, bro. Where the toilets be at? Yeah, where are the toilets? Where's the concession stands? Dog, this venue, yo, who said that? Rod, yo, I agree, bro. Rod, you can't even go to the bathroom if you're going to Royal Rumble. Where are the backstage concession stands at? Where are the toilets at? I guess over here they're just gonna line up a line of porta potties. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I will be very, very, very concerned, man. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, dog. But I got at least a little bit of common sense. You mean to tell me nobody's not worried that we're going to roll the dice at one of the 4 biggest pay-per-views of the year in an event that just got built? Dog, you got to be like... Let me see, yo. Nah, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to ask. Hold on. Oh, damn. Where that? Hold on, y'all. We gotta ask. Yo, give me a list of venues that fit over 15,000 people in Saudi Arabia. I'm trying to figure out why is WWE building a whole stadium in Saudi Arabia when I'm pretty sure there's other venues to go for. Now, to be honest, y'all, we all know that WWE, this is a greedy move. See, you could talk about Tony Khan and the residencies, right? But Tony Khan, he got the bag. He could have probably booked bigger venues, but then maybe it was a ticket sale thing. I understand that. It could go either way. But you will only be doing this to fit more fans in a venue. That's the only reason you will be doing this. Something like this goes wrong. Oh my God, dog. It's over. You got the Kingdom Arena. They got 30,000. What was wrong with that? The Kingdom Arena in Riyadh. What was wrong with this? You couldn't book this? Am I bugging? This is the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh. Now, to be honest, you know, we saying they selling. I'm pretty sure they could have filled this up. This looks fire. Why would you be going here? Why would you try to build something from scratch? This looks like this is built by a bunch of branches. Is this even still? It looks like they took a bunch of tree branches and built up the frame for this stadium. Hey, Rod, I don't know if anyone's in Saudi Arabia, but if you sneeze hard enough, if you take a whiff of fart hard enough, this stadium seems like it's going to fall over. Paul Levesque, hey Dez, if Paul Levesque snores too loud, it seems like this building is going to fall over. Why would you be building from the bottom up? It makes no sense. I'm gonna say it, dog. They better watch it. Not everything is about money. You want to fit an extra few thousand people. That other stadium I just showed y'all has 30,000 people. What's wrong with that? This looks like a beautiful. This looks fire. WWE better watch it, dog. I'm gonna be looking at this very closely. And I'm pretty sure they got the best builders and all of that. But remember, y'all, remember who had the best builders too. You want to see something else? You want to see something else that had the best builders? You want to see something else that had the best builders in the world? WWE needs to watch it, dog. They need to make sure it's enough lifeboats in here. I gotta look at the chat. Can anyone explain to me why would you be doing this? You in Saudi Arabia got the bag. I just brought up the first one they showed. They brought up a list of venues. That Kingdom Arena, the Jeddah Stadium hosts 60,000. Prince Mohammed bin Fahd Stadium hosts 35,000. The Mecca Stadium hosts 17,000. Dog, why would you? Look, this is what chat says. Chat says, here's what WWE built venue can guarantee. TV setup, built-in lights, rigging points, production routes. Consistent HVAC roofing plan. Luxury seating, sponsorship inventory, branding and control. They want the rep a vibe, they want to own it. Long-term plan. Saudi is a massive stadium building cycle, partly tied to Vision 2030 and World Cup 2034 infrastructure. So yeah, Saudi absolutely has plenty of 15,000 options. WWE building something new is more about control and presentation and long-term politics / business, not because Saudi has nowhere to run a show. Yo, bro. This, I promise y'all, this Royal Rumble better go smooth. It better not be a hiccup in this building. Because unfortunately, this could be a catastrophe waiting to happen, dog. And then when you look back at it, it will look like probably the dumbest decision you could have possibly done. Because there's countless of other venues you could have been doing instead of, if this was WrestleMania, that's one thing. WrestleMania has a whole year. They literally just started building this about, if you ask me, they started building this a few hours ago. It's 11:41 p.m. They started building this 3 p.m. today. And I'm trying to figure out, yo, this is crazy, dog. This is wild, man. The no sell stadium. How long does it take to build one? I never even heard about this. I don't even know how long does it take to build a stadium, but man, I guess a day. I guess a day. Yo, Chris Collins, I guess it takes a day to build one. 24 hours. WWE want their own venue to control. Yeah, that's what chat said. It's like buying a car from a doggy. Damn, this is man. We gotta pay attention to this one, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna do some research on this because I kind of thought about this off the top of my head, but it's like I haven't heard nobody talk about this. Like, all I hear is, "Oh, they're building a stadium for Royal Rumble." I've been watching wrestling almost 40 years. The last time this happened, it was in WrestleMania 9 in Las Vegas, and that went cool. But that was a different type of venue. So yeah, that was Caesar Palace. Like, you know what I mean? That venue, WrestleMania 9. It didn't look that. Yeah, man. I felt like they didn't even build a whole new structure. You see, the layout was a little bit different. This layout looks like I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, bro. Ask Chat, Bobby. Oh yeah, chat. Yeah. I asked Chat GPT. Does the stadiums have safety emissions so the building doesn't collapse? Yeah. Long story short, yeah. But we're in. I don't. I'm sure they have the top people in Saudi Arabia and the top people in the States, in the United States out there making sure everything is cool. I just don't understand the point of rushing a project like this. It seems like it takes a lot longer to do a building, especially for a Royal Rumble, for the lights and production that WWE is looking to bring. So we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen with that, man. I just hope to God, dog, that everything goes smooth because it seems like a rush job for TKO and everybody else, man. Let me see what else we got. We got on here, man. We got Cody. We got Raw. Oh yeah. Yo, AEW people, man. AEW. Now I'm bringing this up, right? Cause I'm gonna ask y'all. Chris Collins, my man Sir Smoke a lot. I know he gonna keep it a being. Rod, Gregory, man, Deck, man, Oracle, man. Bro? I'm not asking about Raw pulling at 340 million views. Quite frankly, I don't care about that. I want to know the max. I would like to know the max numbers though. I just want to know, like, all right, Raw pulled in 340. Let me see if Raw pulled in 340. I feel like Max should at least pull in 70 to 100 million. If Raw pulled at 340 on Netflix, and remember, Max isn't as big as Netflix, so I'm not saying half. I'm not saying I would expect from 70 to 100 million. I'm very, very interested in knowing the Max numbers. You know what I mean? 340 million for me is not impressive because first you're on Netflix. We're talking about WWE. A lot of that was, you know what I mean, John Cena retirement match. 340 million does not mean it was a good product or it was an exciting product. If they actually had a good product, we'll be talking about 600 million, 700 million. We'll be talking about double if they even tried to tell a story other than Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. 340 million. I'm not worried about that number, but I'm actually interested in what Max numbers would be. And Tony Khan, bro, yeah, man, I would love for him to release them numbers. Like I said, I think it's 70 to 100, which would be great. But if it's below 70, if it's like 50 mil, I would just love to know them numbers, man. What does views mean? It means a lot, man. We at 2026, bro. Views mean advertisers. Views mean sponsors. Views mean when you re-up for that contract, you know what I mean? That negotiation, it means what type of leverage you might get. Is somebody going to renew the contract? Is somebody, you know what I mean? Views mean interest, engagement. Yeah, I've been wanting to see their numbers, Bob. Yeah, yo, for sure, Gregory. You know what I mean? And not just saying, hold on, what? Oh, bro, Chris Collins, max 500 million. Watch AEW has all their shows and pay per views on there, while Netflix only has Raw. Chris Collins, I don't know about 500 million, bro. Dex says max is just US. Yo, Deck made an incredible point by saying that max is just US. So those numbers could be drastically lower just off of that alone. So that's what I mean. If Max is pulling at 550, say Max pulling at 50 million, and that's just US, that's great. That's great. You know, people will probably try to talk trash, but 50 million just US, that's fire. Those numbers mean a lot. Yeah, they, as a sicko, that guy's copping. What you mean, potato? I wish I could pronounce your name. Potato. It just looks like potato. What you mean, as a sicko, that guy's copying or copying? 50K to 100K from statistics. Damn, oh, Billy. Oh. Yo, Billy. And I know Billy an AEW boy, if I'm not mistaken. Billy, you think 50 to 100K? 50 to 100,000 on Max? Then, damn, man. I wish we got the numbers. Top 3 storylines of 2025, Bobby. Of 2025? I gotta remember 25. Wrestling be moving so hard, fast. Yeah, man. That's a good question, though. I'm gonna try to remember that. Hold on. Who said that? I'm a big crook. Damn, that's a crazy username. I'm a big crook. I'm gonna try to remember that question. Nah, 500 million. Yeah, 500 million crazy, Chris Collins. You know that, Chris. Chris, you know 500 million is crazy. How many people? They did like 1.4 pay-per-view vibes, which is incredible. That's about 60 million altogether. A little bit over 60 million. 1.4 pay-per-view vibes was incredible. Night bosses. All right, I'll holler at you, Mufa. That would be good, right? Bigger question is who is buying? Damn, Warner Brothers Discovery. I don't think we'll ever get those numbers with this board members. Yeah, we're not gonna get the numbers. Which is unfortunate, but yeah, we're not gonna get the numbers. And even seeing this, it's like, damn, they got 340. Now look, yo, we got a long way to go, but in 12 months, I guarantee this. Hold on, they got 340 now. Let me do a little bit of math. 340 divided by 2. What? I guarantee that it might be below 200 million views in 12 months. If they got 340 million, think about that. 100 million of those views is riding a lot off John Cena. John Cena's last match. 100 million of them views was riding off of the final boss coming in for the first time. The premiere. The excitement for Raw on Netflix. That was the first year. They should have went balls to the wall, dog. They should have threw everything but the kitchen sink at this Netflix situation. The second year, we will see a drastic drop in these views, man. Fiscal year report is happening too, bro. Ooh. Yo, Chris, yeah, what does that mean though? What is the fiscal year report? What would that mean, Chris? Like, are you saying that they're gonna have to be transparent when that fiscal year report come out? I could see that. Mufu Seacrest outfit. I told you this Netflix deal with Warner Brothers would get challenged. This will go away to the feds. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna get. I wonder if it's gonna go through. You know what I mean? I think if it does, people keep telling me that it's not gonna affect AEW at all. So, But then I keep hearing that it's other people saying that it will. You know what I mean? Like Ringside News keep reporting that it will. WWE lies, remember that. Bobby, did you see Crackdown's latest rating? Oh my God. Yeah, I did actually see that. It's embarrassing. Drew won the title under 1 million views. Nobody cares about Drew winning the title, bro. This is wild. Hold on, let me see if I could. Damn, no, I didn't even save it. I posted it in a. Hold on, let me see something, man. Yeah, cause that's a good joint to bring up. Hold on, man. Crackdown. Crackdown under 1 million views. Drew won the title. Randy Orton and Trick Williams. Jade Cargill, Jordan Grace. The return of Jacob Fatu. Cody Rhodes on the show. And like I told y'all, this is gonna happen. You know why? Because you can't always expect to put on a good show after you had 100 horrible shows straight and think that all your viewers are going to come back. They are still struggling to hit 1 million views. This is bad, dog. Crackdown used to hit 2 million and still have a pretty horrible show. That just shows you how bad this show has gotten. And this is the thing, they done turned it around. I didn't like Crackdown all of 2026 so far. The first 2 shows of Crackdown, it was like, all right, man, it's better than what we got. I could at least remember what happened at both nights. Drew winning the title this one, and the first one, Trick Williams in the ring with Sami Zayn. You know what I mean? I'm at least remembering something that happened. But the viewership is going to be stuck below 1 million, dog, unless we get some type of consistency. You're going to need more than 2 shows. I think we're going to for me, I need to see 3-4 months of consistency to start at least being like, oh, all right. All right, they might be on to something. He said Crackdown's going to fall off a cliff. Somehow Bayley versus Sasha during the pandemic was able to pull off. Oh, my God. How do you pull it? Yo, that's a good point. How do you put off 2 million versus Sasha? Dog, you pulled off 2 these shows in the pandemic era. Well, I guess it was a pandemic era, so people was home. They pulled off more than 2 million. Not a single solitary person in the crowd. And you're in Berlin, and you can't pull off 1. You can't get half, less than half. Man, that says a whole lot, y'all. It's just Rod, but take that with a grain of salt. Most of us were locked up in the home for months. Yeah, Rod, I was just thinking that. Hold on, did I miss a super chat? All right, yeah, my bad. I missed you, Rich. Triple H always click copy. Oh no, I seen that. Yeah, dog. We were all stuck home too, so that you do got to take that with a grain of salt. I'm gonna be here for another 10 minutes. Now I'm gonna go to cook this video, man. But yeah, you're right, yo. You're right. We were all stuck home, man. So a lot of us had nothing else to do but to watch WWE, or just to at least see what's going on. But on top of that, I feel like this was at least Bayley versus Sasha was a cool storyline. If I could remember, that was an okay match. It wasn't like horrible. Everything about this was horrible, dog. Well, Crackdown for the most part. The most recent ones have been getting a little bit better. WWE always lie about numbers. Yeah, that is true. That's true. But I wonder, can you get? I don't know if I'm not mistaken, you get sued for that, bro. A fiscal year report details organization's financial performance over a 12-month period. Most businesses must file annual reports with the. Oh, all right. So yeah, we need to see that then. We need to see that fiscal report from AEW Max. We're just interested, man. Tony Khan been doing a good job with AEW booking, so yeah, man. We definitely need to see that. 808 says, you like it, bro? I'm gonna check it out if you stand by it. Hold on, let me see what they saying. JCW, hold on. JCW, damn. JCW came back to haunt WWE. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I gotta start tapping into JCW because I've been hearing like, I love Vince Russo, man. I know a lot of y'all say this and that about booking, but I love Vince Russo booking, man. And him being with JCW seems pretty fire. Hold on, JCW. If y'all don't know, JCW is like, I guess it's a St. Cloud posse. And I would show it, but I don't want to get hit with this. Excuse me, I don't want to get hit with the strike, but yeah, I'm gonna tap into JCW, man. I heard ever since Vince Russo got back over there, dog, they've been kind of cooking. So shout out to JCW, y'all. Hold on, let me see. I was watching AEW/TNA. I'm not sure if Fiscal Report will have viewers at a show level. Yeah, we'll see. Juggalo Clown Wrestler. It is a crazy name, and even the thumbnails. I think if they worked on their thumbnails and stuff like that. But look at the views, though. Like, they be getting some good views. Hold on, let me go to live. Oh, no, I guess. So if you look at their videos or whatever, well, I guess in the grand scheme, it's not too crazy, but then again, ever since Vince Russo came in, well, nah, it seems like they always been getting some solid views. Hold on, 40, 33, 32, 50, 38. I mean, I don't know. I gotta tap in to see. I just know Vince Russo knows how to book a show. Yeah, I mean, even though a lot of people gonna talk crap about him, the one thing you're gonna get about Vince Russo, you ain't gonna be able to tell what's gonna come, man. So you gotta give him shots to that. How many indie wrestling spots are they? I mean, it's a lot. You excited for TNA debut tomorrow? I wouldn't say excited, but I'm interested. I'm gonna tap into TNA on AMC. Like I said, I wouldn't say excited. I'm interested. TNA has an opportunity. Oh, let me just bust it up with the chat before I get up out of here. TNA has an opportunity to man, they're going head to head with AEW. Man, TNA or AMC, they have an opportunity to do some great things, man. So I'm definitely going to be tapped in. I'm definitely interested in seeing what AJ Styles is going to do, if Mike Santana going to win the belt back. And I'm interested in seeing some new wrestlers that I haven't seen, you know what I mean, to see what they going to cook. Paul Levesque is going to fumble Hobbs. Yeah, I hope. Man, we going to see. Damn, TNA needs talent ASAP. TNA is going to be NXT tomorrow. Yo, Dynamite got 500,000 views, right? Yeah, the Dynamite Andrade came back, got about over 500,000 views. I'm interested in seeing his TNA numbers tomorrow, because their views it's going to be high, and they're going to take a dip, but it all depends on how they book that first show, man. It all depends how they book that first show. Facts, I'll check it out. Yeah, they're not going head to head with AEW. Not the same, Gregory, not the same day. I mean, like everybody in the week you got. We don't really count Raw no more because it's on Netflix. But you got Crackdown, and you got NXT, and you got AEW. We're all always gonna look at the numbers and see what's going on. Crackdown, even though how bad it is, the numbers dropping, they're still in the lead with almost 1 million views. Then you got NXT. They getting like, I think they're in the 600,000 range. You got AEW on the heels of NXT as far as recent viewership. Over 500,000. TNA is gonna be in the rankings, so I'm interested in seeing, like, you know what I mean, how that's gonna go. How do you even watch AMC? I think it's. I mean, I got YouTube TV, so I'm pretty sure the AMC is on there. Are they going to go head to head with Ring of Honor? I don't think Ring of Honor a factor. Unfortunately, bro. Are they even on Are they even on TV? I think it's on. Yeah, AMC is cable. AMC is cable. I know, right? Why does it matter? Paul Heyman going to be on Punk's side for one night. They're going head to head with Ring of Honor. Oh, snap. So what does Ring of Honor come on? Does Ring of Honor come on? Hold on. Is that on YouTube or what channel? Does Ring of Honor come on cable? 1 month ago. Okay, so I'm guessing Ring of Honor comes on cable. Oh yeah, hold on. It does say Wrestling Thursdays. I don't know. Ring of Honor starts at 7 p.m. tomorrow. YouTube. Okay. TNA. Oh yeah, Billy. Yeah, Billy. Damn. Billy said TNA won't be live every week, and I think that's gonna be that's detrimental. Them live shows count, bro. Them tape shows be trash, dog. Something about tape shows just don't hit, man. It's hard to get a tape show over. Yo, if they're not live, they're not. Yo, I don't see them getting over 250,000 if it's not live. This week they probably gonna have solid numbers, but after that, dog, these tape shows, it's always gonna be spoilers. They need to blend Ring of Honor and Collision. Copycat, I agree with that. They need to blend Ring of Honor and Collision a little bit more, man. Yo, Bobby, you said you was a hip hop historian. Who your top 5? Yo, Rando Mac, top 5 in hip hop, man. Off the top of my head, you gotta go with Esco. You gotta go with Nasty Nas. You gotta go with Slim Shady. You gotta go with Sean Carter, Jay-Z. That other two get tricky, bro. Like I feel if I don't throw Big in there, it's like that Life After Death. You gotta throw Big in there. That fifth one, I ain't gonna lie, man. I can't have a top 5 without Kanye. That graduation, college dropout, late registration, it's hard for me to have a top 5 without Kanye. Even after all the crap he done, the new Kanye is like, I don't like the new Kanye at all. It's just he's missing that feeling. So when I'm saying top 5, I'm thinking that old school. You know what I mean? I'm thinking college dropout, late registration, graduation. You could throw 808 Heartbreaks. You could throw My Twisted Fantasy. All you could throw some of them joints in there. But man, it's mainly the first 3 joints that he did will make me throw Kanye in there. De La Soul, dead. You put De La in there. Yeah, Kanye. Pac. I know Pac. Collision tape right now. Yeah. Damn, sometimes Collision is tape. Sometimes it's live, if I'm not mistaken. De La Soul, Fire, Pac. It's hard for me to not put Pac in there too, but normally you gotta pick between Big or Pac. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I like to bring up Nas, bro. I have to put Nas in my top 5 just because all the way from Illmatic to right now, as we speak, right now, that joint he just dropped with DJ Premier is fire. Nas has been doing this. Out of everybody we named, Nas has kept a certain level of authenticity, of quality in his product, dog. Nas is different from anybody I just named. If you ask me, yo, Bobby, if you got put on an island, bro, if you was somewhere, you had one rapper to listen to for the rest of your life, it gotta be Nas. And I'm saying that as my whole life, it always changed. It went from Eminem, Kanye. My first was like probably like a Busta Rhymes. You know what I mean? I went through that whole that whole era. But as a grown man, bro, it's hard to look at Nas' discography and pick anybody. That's you know what I mean? That man catalog is different. Future, okay, I'll give you Future. Warren G, oh. Yeah, I feel kind of bad. I ain't got nobody in there from the West Coast. Warren G fire. Damn. Yeah, Warren G fire. Dog. I feel bad, man. Ain't nobody in my top 5 from the West Coast. I don't know who. I don't even know who would I take out. I can't take out Big. I can't take out Nas. I can't take out Slim J. Yeah, man. It's like my honorable mention have to probably be Dot though, man. Nas is a soldier. Facts. Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang was fire. King's Disease 2 was fire. Somebody said Pusha, Cube. Cube was fire. Cube was fire. Warren G was fire, bro. Even Snoop, people forgetting about Snoop is probably the most famous rapper ever. Yeah, I mean, Bone Thugs, bone, 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 bone. Tell me what you gonna do when Barry yelling, nah. Yeah, I love, Bone Thugs used to be fire, dawg. Dre hired, dawg. My top 5 will be, what's some of y'all top 5 rappers? Before I get up out of here, what's some of y'all top 5 rappers, man? My top 5 will be Insane Cloud Posse, Snoop, Usher, Vanilla Ice, and Waka Flocka. You gotta be trolling, bro. Vanilla Ice, ICP, Snoop, okay, Waka, okay. Vanilla Ice? Somebody said no R-Truth. We talk about the best rappers. Starlito, Pop, Bob Marley, Young Dolph, and Nipsey. Sir Smoke a Lot, that's a solid joint. Pac, Bob Marley, Dolph, Nipsey, that's a solid joint. Randall Mac says Dot, Boo, ooh, I forgot about MF Doom. Ghostface, Nas, Thought, but I like Earl and Cole. What's your thoughts on the Rascals? Rascals cool. I think they should go for the trio titles at AEW. Pac, Nas, Biggie, Pun, Ebb. Ah. Damn, yo, Chris Collins, man. You bringing back memories with Big Pun. Be with Dead in the Middle with Little Italy. Yo, Pun used to be fire. Pun used to be fire, bro. Hey, Bobby, look at Tony Khan just Preston from CMLL. Oh, yeah, I see what Chris Collins sent me there. Dolph, 50, Nas, Gooch. Damn, people really like Dolph. I mean, Dolph is fire. Dolph is definitely fire. Dolph is fire. My top 5. 2 Chainz, Chucky, OTC, 7 Kwani, Hot Boy, Cute. Ooh, yo, Oracle. Yo, Oracle. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Oracle, Q50 smoked that 60K, jaw. They said I read off for 60K. Yo, Q50 is fire. Q50 different, bro. KRS-One, okay. Jizza. I put Cedar over R-Truth. Cedar got a platinum album. Nah, R-Truth different, bro. Redman, yeah, Redman underrated, bro. Ooh, Randall Max and Lupe Fiasco. Yo, y'all remember? Bro. Yo, Randall Mac. Bro, do you remember this, Joe? I know you remember this. Bro, Food and Liquor? Oh my God. Lupe, yo, bro, Lupe was different. That first 2 albums, I forgot what the first one called. It was Food and Liquor and it was something else, dog. The joint with Kick Push on it. Bro, Lupe different, dog. Hold on. Big L was fire. Kick Push. WWE Fresh going off on me, hit our good track. The Cool, yeah, The Cool. The Cool, man. I like this. The Cool. Y'all want to know one of the most underrated albums ever? Y'all want to see one of the most underrated albums ever? If y'all really like hip hop, look up this joint, y'all. If y'all never heard of it, Little Brother the Minstrel Show. One of the most underrated albums ever. Ever. It's like this is an epitome of a hip hop classic. Over 20 years, you could play this joint. After we get off live, and while I'm editing, I'm probably gonna play this album. The Minstrel Show. What? The beats. Oh my God, bro. Knife Wonder. You got Fonte. You got Big Pooh. What? Were you talking about storytelling? Maybe Paul Levesque need to put this album on. The storytelling in this album is on another level. I was listening to this in 6th grade, dog. And yo, dog, some of the stuff he was saying in 6th grade. Oh my God, dog. Like, anyone of y'all heard of this? That album is dope as hell. Yo, all right, bet. So some people did hear this album. Buckshot Short Facts, Little Brother Say It Again was a single. TK made Adam Cole commissioner. Make actions be held. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that, Nike fan. I'm gonna look at that. Tony said top 5: Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Nas, Dre, Pac. Storytelling and rap, Dance with the Devil. Triple H should start doing shows with that. No, that's a fact, bro. Can we change the crackdown intro? Yeah, nah, facts, yo, man. I promise you. Little Brother the Minstrel Show, man. Different, man. Different, dog. It's so many underrated hip hop classics. You know what I mean? It's just countless of them, man. Hobbs, what? Hold on, bro. Rod said Hobbs' contract up at midnight. Yo, wow. Shout out the Rod. Beautiful Morning was fire. Mellow. Beautiful Morning was fire. I gotta go back and look at the Insane Clown Posse though. I was such an Eminem fan. Mos Def was fire. I was such an Eminem fan. I didn't like Insane Clown Posse like that. Y'all, real quick before I get on up out of here, I have that album on CD. I have 2 vinyls of it. Now that's fire. Who is that? Who is who? You talking about Hobbs, Gregory? Yo, so let me ask y'all, what do we do about the Trios Championships? I guess it's just Shibata, Joe, and who else? Hook? We're just gonna act like Hobbs wasn't the Trios champion? Yo, OZ, Mobb Deep. Yo, my bad for keep going back and forth, y'all. OZ, Mobb Deep. Come on, bro. OZ, I'm mad you even said Mobb Deep because it pulls on my heartstrings a little bit, bro. Mobb Deep pulls on, yo, real quick, yo, Mobb Deep pulls on my heartstrings a little bit, man. I forgot to mention top 5, bro. When I say my top 5, bro, damn, what's the name just threw me off by saying OZ. I forgot when I said to mention my top 5, my man, yo, bro. P, the H and I C, what? Come on, bro. OZ threw me off with that one, bro. I forgot about my man P, bro. Different. P is the reason Griselda could do what they do now. He never let off of that slow flow, them beats with Alchemist. What? I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Philly, dog. I was the only boy in my school that was saying, nah, Prodigy different, Mobb Deep different. You know, everybody in my school was State Property or D Block. Yeah, favorite nip facts. Yeah, facts. The lot. Yeah. Dang, they going crazy in the chat. The albums, yo. Oh my god, yo. Nah, facts. Survival of the Fittest is a go-to track. Yeah, facts. Facts, bro. Facts. Or should I say Nip, favorite album? Like a yeah. Man, Prodigy different, dog. I forgot about man. Since a kid, dog, I loved Prodigy, man. Jadakiss. Yeah, Jadakiss. Yeah, everybody know the locks, man. D-Block. Oh my god. Knowing that Triple H is gonna book her to the catering room. Yo, that is crazy, Oracle. Yo, real quick, yeah, this is definitely memory lane, Gregory. Real quick before I get up out of here, it looks like Powerhouse Hobbs will be going to WWE. If he goes to NXT, I'm gonna be snapping. He needs to go directly towards to the main roster. And man, damn, bro, Powerhouse Hobbs is leaving AEW, bro. That's kind of it's kind of crazy, man. Powerhouse versus Obafemi will be fire. Powerhouse versus I will put Powerhouse with somebody like a damn, let me think, yo. Who could Powerhouse be with WWE? I would have to put him with like a I would put him with somebody smaller that can't really, like a heel. Like, I can't really think of nobody that I will put with Powerhouse Hobbs. To be like a bodyguard type, you know what I mean? To be like an enforcer. Yeah, man. I can't think of nobody. Trick Williams could use Powerhouse Hobbs on some enforcer stuff, but Trick Williams looked like $1,000,000 alone. He don't. It's almost like he don't even. You know what I mean? He might not even need that. I can't really think of nobody. I can't. That is gonna be interesting. Them talks of creatively. Where do you go with Powerhouse Hobbs? But even you can't even use the name Powerhouse Hobbs. What do you call him? It's like, yeah, man. I put if Logan wasn't in the division in the vision, I would have put him beside Logan. Hobbs with the Miz, but that means the Miz will have to be going over. The Miz hasn't won a match in 24 months. That would be fire. Carnage. The Miz could use Hobbs, but the Miz never goes over. So maybe this could be something that he could go over on. I don't know, man. Lemon Pepper Stepper. No sweat, Bobby. The man got too much dead muscle. He ain't producing bangers. He need to cut. I think Powerhouse Hobbs can have a few bangers, but it depends. He had a fire match with Hangman Adam Page a few weeks ago. A fire match, man. He just needs to not be on NXT. That needs to be the first thing. I can't stand Logan Paul. Straight trash. What if they kick Logan out the vision for Powerhouse Hobbs? That would be fire. That would be fire. Yeah, man. Man, that's gonna get interesting, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Powerhouse Hobbs and WWE is going to get interesting, man. I would take that title right off of Dominic Mysterio, throw that thing on Powerhouse Hobbs, bro. Hobbs, Private Party, The Prophets, Trick, Obafemi, Javon. Dom and Hobbs, yeah. He could be he would be a fire enforcer in somebody faction, man. He reportedly main roster bound. Yeah. Chad Gable, yeah. Main roster bound will be fire, dog. He has to. Go NXT would make no sense. Bobby Scorpio on Collision Saturday. I seen that. I'm gonna be looking. I wanted to see him versus Shelton Benjamin, but I think he's in some type of team match now. So waiting for the TK fumble tweet in a few hours. Yeah, I mean, damn. But like I always say, yo, people gonna say TK fumble, but it's so much talent. You gonna have situations like Hobbs, maybe Private Party. He's a free agent, right? He's on the phone with Triple H or whoever talent relations. As we're doing this live, he's on the phone. He wouldn't be a powerful enforcer, but he has to be a champion. He's too good. Yeah. Yeah, he's good, man. And you know, WWE is just to stick it to AEW. They're gonna try to book him. They're gonna try to book Bro 100 times better. Hold on, let me see who can. Man, I don't know, bro. Imagine Powerhouse Hobbs coming out in the Royal Rumble. I think they got probably like a 90-day non-compete clause. I think that's standard. But yeah, man, it's a lot of directions you could go, man. He's on the phone with Triple H and Nick Khan. Mark my words, if Hobbs joined WWE, WWE gonna make him Big E 2.0. Damn. Hobbs is a free agent. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy, man. But yeah, we gonna tap in. I'm gonna tap into this video, man. Powerhouse Hobbs going to WWE. Breaking news. Wow. Yeah, I'll be covering that. I'm gonna be covering all type of news. I'm gonna cover what happened at AEW Maximum Carnage. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You know what I mean? That was a good joint, man. This is a W chat, man. W chat. Yeah, go down some rap memory lane. Now, rap has gotten so like watered down from how it used to be. But now I just be listening to I've been listening to a lot of David Ruffin, Dionne Warwick, Whitney, the OJs. Man, if y'all see my playlist, I've been listening to just a lot of old school music recently, so it was good to, as y'all can see, because I do a lot of parody songs from the old school music, which is funny, but this music I grew up on, but being a grown man, I just have a different appreciation for that type of music now, so it was good going down the rap stuff for a second. And yeah, we'll be covering everything tomorrow, man. And everybody stay safe, man. And was hip hop, now it's just rap. Yo, Gregory, I couldn't have said it better, bro. It was hip hop, now it's just rap. You know what I mean? And rap is cool. Like I said, I like a lot of the new boys. NBA Youngboy Fire, Q50 Fire. It's a lot of dudes that's fire, man. But like you just said, man, it's definitely missing the feeling that it used to have. Yeah, so everybody stay up, man. It's the middle of the week. Everybody stay up, man, and hopefully 2026, man, people push it through, bro. It's kind of crazy to see 2026. Yeah, man. It's just like any other year. You're going to have your ups and downs, you know what I mean? I be seeing people going through stuff, even me having to go through ups and downs, but it's all about pushing through like I always preach it, man, you know what I mean? So hopefully everybody can push through the week. Hopefully everybody stay safe, man. This was a W chat, man. Y'all say W stream, I say W chat because the chat makes the stream, man, seriously. I know that when I'm coming to go live, no matter how I feel, no matter whether I got my voice or not, whether y'all hear I got the little snuffles, whether I'm feeling 100 or not, I know the chat, man. I know that the support's gonna be there. So, man, W chat, man, and I'll holler at y'all tomorrow about the video, man. We gonna cover everything, and y'all be safe out there. It's Bobby Masul 215. Like, comment, subscribe.